Hey, what's good? I'm Coach Colin Castell, and today I'm going to give you a secret tip to help you instantly get more shifty. Now, pretty much all players want to get more shifty, break more ankles, and have a jaw-dropping handle. But there's one specific key that most players don't know that can almost instantly make them more shifty overnight. And it's what I call the float of the basketball, or float theory, which basically means that as you're dribbling the basketball, you want to be able to float the ball away from your body, almost like a satellite, and then manipulate it back with some sort of quick movement. If you watch Kyrie Irving, he is an absolute master at this, and this is one of the main reasons why he's one of the shiftiest players to ever play the game. So essentially, think about it like this. If anytime you're working on some sort of move, let's say I want to do like, a hang dribble to a crossover going from right to left, if I hang the basketball, if I keep it right here by my body and I just kind of whip it, it's not going to be very shifty, right? But if instead I hang the basketball and even let it detach from my hand for a second, it's really gonna look to the defender like I'm getting ready to pull up or I'm slowing my momentum. So what I want you to think about is anytime you're working on a ball handling sequence, right? Think about working on letting it float away from your body and even letting it float away from your hand a little bit. Some of the best ball handlers in the world let it float like, an inch or 2 inches out of their hand. So really work on that, and if you can do so, you're gonna start having more control, you're gonna start getting more shifty, and you're gonna start getting defenders off balance even more so. All right, so the next thing to think about to keep you extra shifty is the ball level. A lot of athletes just dribble the ball at one height. They always play with the ball right about this kind of like hip level extended. If you watch the best ball handlers in the world, they keep the ball at a bunch of different heights. Sometimes it's really low, sometimes it's really high up by their shoulders, and because of this, it gets the defender to react and move out of their stance, slide around where they're uncomfortable. So think about, a crossover doesn't always have to be hip height to hip height. Sometimes it might be a float to the shoulder and then a crossover. Sometimes it might be a low dribble and then a quick snatch back. You can play with this ball height, and that alone will make you so much more shifty. And what's great is you don't have to learn new moves. You're just learning different levels of the moves you already have. Okay, so work on having the ball drift and float at different heights. It's gonna help you get a lot more shifty. All right, the next big key to getting even more shifty is what we call eye manipulation, meaning your eyes are telling the story that defenders are gonna need to read. So think about it like this. If I'm wanting to drive to my right, I see an open pocket over there. If I throw my eyes that direction, the defense knows exactly where I'm going, right? Instead, I wanna fake them out using my eyes. I might throw a little hezzy, throw my eyes towards the middle of the floor, and then explode opposite, trying to get them to slide even just slightly. A tiny little difference in movement can make a huge difference when you're trying to beat a defender, right? So think about, your eyes want to tell the story of the opposite of what you're gonna do, right? Think about like a hesitation fake if I'm trying to fake like I'm shooting. If I do a hezzy and I keep my hand right here, shadow the ball, but my eyes are forward, it doesn't look like I'm shooting, right? Instead, if I do that and I raise my eyes to the rim, now it looks like I'm thinking about shooting. Defender's gonna close the space and I can work to go by. So think about your eyes. Even when you're training and doing drills, you'll feel kind of dumb, but I promise you, if you work on that, you're gonna be much more shifty once you get in actual game situations. All right, the next key is what I call foot manipulation. By this, I'm talking about your defender's feet, right? To get more shifty, you wanna work on sliding your defender's feet with as little effort as possible. So basically meaning, if I catch the ball, can I do a quick move to get my defender to move their foot, manipulate their foot to expose a weakness, right? My favorite ways to do this are either pump fakes. So if I pump fake, they got a closed space, all of a sudden I've manipulated their feet, or a jab step to get them to open and give me a top foot. Those are probably the two best ways to manipulate the defender's feet and give you a ton of openings and kind of options to work with. So the big key here is whichever one that you're doing, work on making a quick, explosive decision after that movement, right? A jab step doesn't do any good if then I come back here, I load, I let them recover, and then I go to dribble, right? I want a quick bang, bang movement when I'm coming out of it. So if I jab, I want to explode the opposite direction, read and react off of there, right? So think about how can you manipulate the defender's feet, and if you can do that, you're gonna every time put them at a disadvantage, immediately making you more shifty. All right, but if you wanna have a shifty handle like the pros, you gotta train like the pros. So all you gotta do is click the link in the description down below or the top pinned comment underneath that. Get free instant access to the Pro Class Pro Handles Pack. This is a workout put together with some of the best athletes on the planet, guys like Damian Lillard, Chris Paul, CJ McCollum, just to name a few, and it's gonna help you immediately get a better handle, and it's 100% free. Also, if this video helped you out, go ahead and hit the like button, and then hit the comment section down below and let me know what sort of video you wanna see next. This is a channel for the people, by the people. I run pretty much everything off a request, so leave it down below, and hopefully I'll get to it. Again, I'm Coach Colin Castell with ShotMechanics Basketball. Thank you so much for watching, and until next time, splash on.